Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Dembele and Ronald Araujo as Matteo Alemany reportedly wanted to remove the key Barcelona duo from first team dynamics during contract talks. We are going to be discussing more on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this former Barcelona manager, Frank Rijkaard, as the former Barca manager lavishes praise on Xavi Hernandez, saying that the king of football. So guys, as we get right into it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. As the news of Matteo Alemany's impending departure from Barcelona is starting to sink in, reports have started to emerge on the behind-the-scenes situation that played a role in the 60-year-old's decision to quit. It has already been reported that the soon-to-be former director of sports of Barcelona was not in favor of re-signing Messi this summer, while he also advocated against the renewals of Sergio Busquets and Sergio Roberto. On top of that, the former Valencia sporting director was not pleased by President Joan Laporta relying on agents like George Mendes and Pini Zahavi for important transfer decisions. Building on that, Joan Fontes has now come out with an extensive report which sheds more light on the sudden divorce between Alemany and Barcelona. As per the update, Alemany did not once keep Barca duo Ousmane Dembele and Ronald Araujo involved in the first team dynamics last season until they had signed the new contracts. Why Alemany's stance on Dembele was public knowledge, it comes as a surprise to see that he wanted Araujo also to be out of the first team dynamics until he renewed his contract. But Xavi continued to count on the pair, which acted as a reason for the fracture in their relationship. Other than this, the update from Joan Fontes also claims that Xavi went over Alemany's head and direct to President Laporta for transfer matters, which seemingly did not sit well with the 60-year-old. Beyond that, another gripe between Xavi and Alemany is said to have been thus the handling of Sergio Roberto's extension. As per the update, Alemany allegedly behaved hurtfully towards the Barcelona defender, insinuating that nobody was going to offer him a better proposal. It is said to have annoyed Xavi as well as club vice president Rafa Yusta. On top of that, the update claims that Alemany negotiated the departure of Jordi Alba with Inter Milan last summer without consulting the player first, another thing that did not sit well with Xavi Hernandez. All these factors, along with Alemany's hesitancy over resigning Messi, are said to have played a role in his impending exit. Whether true or not, one cannot take away the good work that Alemany did in his 2 years at Barca, especially the way he handled the transfer business last summer when not many expected the club to go big. The sporting director is set to join Premier League side Aston Villa once he leaves Barcelona on June 30 and will look to complete much of the club's transfer business before departing. Alemany has been a spectacular director, if you ask me, and with this behind-the-scenes stories we have been getting being part of the reasons why Alemany suddenly divorced with Barca, some were good, but some were not good at all. I think, yeah, there are some that you can understand with Matteo Alemany, with a misunderstanding that he had with the club management. But there are some that I think for me makes no sense, and I don't know why he should be making such a decision. And definitely, if you think it's for the good, then he can go. Aston Villa have already taken him. Of course, many have been saying that yes, Aston Villa will pay him more. The offer for Aston Villa is huge. And of course, we know that we can't talk about, when we talk about money, money is in England. There's money in the Premier League, by the way. And of course, despite everything, I think Alemany have been a great sporting director. With all due respect, I think yeah, he made some very funny decisions as well. And I don't know what's the next step from here if Barca would decide to bring in a new person very soon. Alemany will be leaving on the 30th of June. On the 30th of June will be when Alemany will be leaving the club. His contract expires then, so he'll be leaving for Aston Villa. And of course, this comes as a shock that he wanted even Ronald Araujo to be out of the first team dynamics last season until he signs his new contract or until he renews his contract, which I think that was not something really, really good. And when we look at the fact that manager Xavi did not go well with some of his decisions, like Jordi Alba wanted to sell Jordi Alba to Inter Milan without even telling the player, and also Sergio Roberto, the way things went between them was very tense. Xavi was not really happy about the way he went about things. So those small, small things really contributed, according to reports, for this man to leave as the club's sporting director. Then on to the next story of discussion. Frank Rijkaard has made a very rare media appearance. Speaking to the official media channel of Barcelona, his media appearance coincided with Barca Foundation playing in Amsterdam with Ajax Only Brotherhood, two teams made up of people with intellectual disabilities. A Dutchman who was in attendance at the set friendly talked about the current season of Barca while praising head coach Xavi Hernandez. He also called club president Joan Laporta, having worked together with the Spaniard in the past. During his time as coach, Rijkaard had managed Xavi before eventually quitting Barca in 2008. In fact, the current Barca coach was one of the most used player under his stint, featuring 224 matches. I have great memories of Xavi. He has become the king of football, said Rijkaard, who had managed Barca from 2003 to 2008. I am very happy for him to see that the team is on the right track to win the league. Xavi deserves it, and so do Barca fans. I am so happy. Also, with President Joan Laporta, with whom we work together, it is a pleasure to see them achieve success. They have had a very good season, having won the Spanish Super Cup. It's already very important. I hope that soon we can see Barca champion of the league again. It was an honor to have worked there, Rijkaard said. Under the leadership of Rijkaard, Barcelona had won the UEFA Champions League trophy in 2006 as well as two league titles, but he is most notably famous for giving a debut to a certain Lionel Messi and a subsequent breakthrough in the world of football. Rijkaard's last managerial stint came with Saudi Arabia back in 2013, but the Dutchman hasn't managed a team since, mostly restricting himself to his personal life and occasional appearances in footballing events. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.